Come on in.
Hi.
How are you? I'm Sandra.
Nice to meet you, Sandra. I'm Anna.
Nice to meet you, Autumn. Have a seat. Before we begin, I have a confidentiality statement or form that I would like for you to read over. And if you have any questions, you feel free to let me know. I'll give you the run through. It's just simply stating that what we discuss here today, what you share with me, stays strictly between you and I. You don't have to worry about any outside sources or facilities getting your information because it's strictly confidential. So go ahead and read through that and just give it to me when you're done. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, what brings you in today?
Well, I'm kind of experiencing like a lot of stress lately, just a lot of financial burden with my fiance. And I'm just kind of struggling right now.
You and your fiance are having some difficulties in your relationship,
Yeah.
financially.
Yeah.
And how long? Go ahead. Sorry.
That's put a lot of strain on us. We're planning, really planning. So like that's a big financial burden. It's just putting a lot of strain on the relationship, the environment.
Okay. So how long have you and your fiance been together?
Probably about 8 to 9 months now.
And so what is causing, what do you believe is causing these financial difficulties?
I think it's a lot of stress on his part. Yeah, I don't have a job. I'm a stay-at-home, not mom, but I'm a stay-at-home, I guess, wife. Well, I'm not a wife yet either. But I stay home most of the time, take care of like the domestic work and then so he's like the breadwinner. That's just a lot of strain on him because he's got to provide for me and like the whole house. That's not the situation. It's just a lot of financial stress. So then it's really hard to talk about that. It's like this big elephant in the room. There's just a lot of tension.
So tension comes from the financial struggle and what is it that he does?
He's veterinarian.
That's nice, veterinarian. And so have you worked in the past?
Yeah, I did a little work. I worked at like department stores. So I worked at a cleaning job. Just a lot of odd jobs here and there.
Are you currently seeking employment or?
I've been looking, but I'm just I don't know, downhearted in the whole area. I've gotten a few interviews, but nothing really stuck, and it's just, I just don't feel like it's worth it anymore.
So you're downhearted because you feel as if all of the applications that you turned in to different companies, you've just not been getting the answer you'd like to hear.
Yeah.
What are some of your interests?
Well, I really like to work in child care. I do a lot of babysitting for the neighborhood kids and stuff, and I think that would be a really good thing. Something I'm really good at.
Child care. Have you ever worked in a child care setting before?
I did a lot of volunteer work back in high school, but just volunteering at the church, the community center is really, that's pretty much the experience.
Um, so I understand that you're not currently working, but are you receiving any type of income?
Sometimes I get like $20 for babysitting or whatever the family can afford. And that helps out a little bit, but I know it's not on the extent that I need.
How often do you babysit for these families?
Three times a week, I think.
So, what is a typical day like for you and your fiance?
Well, he gets up and he goes to work, and I'll try and get up. Sometimes I leave it. But then I just kind of work on the house and watch TV and maybe work on the yard or go over, visit with my friends who are also stay-at-home individuals. And then sometimes they'll ask me if I can watch their kids while they're making a run to the store or to town or something like that. And that's pretty much the day. Like when he comes home, and I kind of we gotta start on dinner. There's not like a lot of downtime, relaxing, especially if I'm babysitting at that time. You know, he's very very exhausted afterward.
It's awesome, but you're excited to see him when he comes home.
Yeah.
You like a little quality time. So, do you have times where you communicate at all, and does it seem tense?
As long as we keep the conversation lighthearted and not focused on our lives or our financial situation. Like if we're talking about a TV show we both like, then it's a lot more lighter. But when it goes into the finances over how's your day, it's a lot of tension there.
Well, on that note, what are some goals you would like to achieve? Let's set some short-term goals, if that's okay with you. Some things you would like to achieve.
I maybe like to try and put in more applications or go to job training. That way, I don't feel like I'm such a burden.
Is there anything else that you would like to achieve? Let's say maybe two more goals.
Maybe set some concrete goals up for our wedding planning. So maybe have the invitations sent out for within the next 2 weeks.
And when is your wedding?
May 30th.
So these sound like pretty solid goals, and I'm not sure you'd be interested in continuing or scheduling another session based on what you feel you gained or did not gain today in this session. Would that be something that you're interested in, scheduling another session?
Yeah, I'd really like to.
Okay. Well, you can schedule to come back in a week or 2 weeks, whatever works best for you.
Well, I'm pretty free all the time. Maybe about a week or so.
Okay. This is what, if you don't mind, I'll assign you some homework. Are you okay with doing a little homework between now and next week? Okay. So with these goals that you set, filling out more applications and doing a little job training, as well as making some concrete goals for your wedding, which one would you like to achieve first?
Maybe the job.
Okay. So here's what I would like for you to do. Within the next week, I would like for you to look at some jobs that pique your interest, and I have a few sheets over here with some jobs based on what you've told me. I have a few recommendations. If you want, you can look at those, and you can also look at what you have in mind and just bring those in when you come next week and we'll go over those. Okay. So, that's our time for today, and I hope that I have been able to help you in one way or another. And I really look forward to seeing you next week.
Alright, I'll see you then.
Okay. I will see the receptionist and we'll go ahead and get you scheduled for next week, Miss Sandra. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And see.